personal trainer isn't going to get you in the best shape of your life. And the reason why is because they're working your body, not your mind. And I have to make these videos now. Obviously, most people reach out to me asking for help because of my physique, but I need to make these videos now and tailor them to cater towards the people that want the better physique. And then once I get their attention, like I'm doing to you in this video, I explain to you that if you want to get in the best shape of your life and create permanent change, you have to get to the source, which is your mind. So a personal trainer, they train your body. They get you temporary results, but they don't get you permanent results. If you want permanent results, you have to change your paradigm. Your paradigm is just a multitude of habits and beliefs which has shaped you into the man that you are today. So what we have to do is we have to shift your paradigm. We have to help you create a paradigm shift. You have to remove those old habits, those old ways of thinking, those old belief systems that you have, and create new ones. And when we help you create new ones, over time, you'll start to change your paradigm and you'll start to create permanent change, not temporary change. You'll create permanent change and you'll develop self accountability where you don't need to rely on other people anymore to make you get up and do the work. So, how do we do it? We get clear on who you are right now, the habits and beliefs that have shaped you into who you are. We get clear on that. And then from there, we figure out who you want to be, the one that you admire, the one that you respect, the characteristic traits that you want to acquire. We figure that person out and then we reverse engineer the process. What does that person need to do every single day to become that person? And over the last 8 years, I've developed these frameworks, these programs that I've used to build myself into the man that I am now. We'll apply those into your life, shape them obviously around your lifestyle, because I understand everyone has a different life. We'll shape that around your life, and then from there, you'll just document everything. Every single thing you'll document and you'll send it in to me every day. You'll send in the videos, the diets, the workouts, the gym session, you'll send in literally everything, the mindset videos, the reflection letters, everything designed around your life. Everything that we're going to put into your life, these programs and frameworks, you're just going to send in to me. And by doing that once a week, we'll hop on a call and we'll go over everything that you've documented. And we'll be able to find patterns. See, success leaves clues. When you document everything, you can see exactly where you're lacking and where you're not, what needs to be worked on, what doesn't. And we can then fix those and adjust and make adjustments accordingly. So that's what those weekly calls are for. But I'm going to send you in, I'm going to help build you a framework with these programs that I've used over the last 8 years now, designed around your life. You're going to follow suit with that. You're going to document everything. You're going to send it in to me every day. We're going to hop on a weekly call and reflect and go over everything, make adjustments if needed. And you're just going to do that over time. And by doing that over time, you're going to then fall in love with the process. You're going to completely detach yourself from the outcome. You're not even dependent on the physique anymore. You're not even dependent on the amount of money that you want to make. You're not even dependent on the relationship that you want to have. You're not even dependent on the type of car that you want to drive, the watch that you want to have. You're not even dependent on that because you don't get your worth from that anymore. You don't get your sense of validation from that. You get your sense of validation from just doing the work every single day, not the busy work, the work that's required. And when you start to get that validation from doing the work, you then start to build self respect. And once you start to build self respect, it's game over. Everything starts to get added onto you. Everything. I mean, we're talking more money, the physique, the mindset, the characteristic traits, the relationships, every single thing that you've always wanted. If you just shift your focus, instead of that, you focus on doing the work that's required every single day, all that other stuff is going to get added onto you. I mean, it's so apparent to my life. I launched this business 10 months ago. My first 6 months in, I made more money in my first 6 months than most people make in a year. I attracted better relationships, as in business partners, personal relationships, females, and I've gotten the best shape of my life. All of that came from me. Instead of just focusing on that, it was just focusing on the man that I respect and admire and doing the work every single day, falling in love with the process because the work instills the worth, and then gaining the self respect. And by gaining the self respect, I have the belief, I carry that conviction, that confidence. My chest is popped out when I'm talking to people, and the right people, places, and things appear into my life to help me get the other stuff. It really is that simple. And I help people do exactly that. First, we figure out who you are, then we figure out who you want to be, and then we reverse engineer the process. What does that person need to do on a day-to-day basis to become that person? You send me in the documentations every single day, holding you accountable. We do weekly reflection calls, going over all of the things that you documented that past week, figuring out what's working, what's not, making adjustments if needed. And just over time, you'll start to fall in love with doing the work. You'll gain the self respect. And by gaining the self respect, you'll get everything else. It really is that simple. It's not easy, but it is really simple. And I've been on that journey that I just broke down to you for the last 8 years now. So you don't need a personal trainer to get in the best shape of your life. You don't need a mindset coach. You don't need any of that because you have all the answers right up in here. You have all the answers that you need right up in here. It's just you haven't developed an awareness to see those answers. So I help give you the awareness so that you can then have the clarity to becoming the man that you always needed. Now, if you want me to work with you one on one, I'm going to leave my number in the description. Shoot me a text. I'll send you over the link to get set up. Once you're in, we'll hop on an onboarding call and get working, man. I mean, it's really as simple as that. We'll get started. I mean, time's gonna pass either way. You might as well just get the damn thing done. You might as well just start doing the work that's required so that you can get to where it is that you want to go. And make no mistake, when you start to do the work, because I've over the last 8 years, obviously I've encountered this multiple times. I fall in love with doing the process, and then I get what I always wanted, as in like let's say materialistic, like the girl or the car or the travel, like the watch, whatever it is. I get it, and then I stop doing the things, the daily work. I stopped doing those things that got me to where it is that I was, and because I stopped doing those things, I went right back to zero. So now I'm at a point in my life where I've touched that stove so many times where it burned my damn hand, where I do the work even if I have the thing or not. And obviously by just doing the work, I promise you, man, more people are just they're gonna look at you with respect. Why? Because you respect yourself and you don't get your validation. You don't get the worth from the outcome. You get it from just doing the mundane work, the work that most people avoid every single day. So shoot me a text. I'll leave my number below.